What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. This is David Ray, and I'm here to bring you a new segment to the YouTube channel, and it's called Q&A. So I went to I went to Instagram, and I asked the audience out there to ask me any questions they have related to health and fitness, and I was going to answer them on YouTube. So here we go. So a few weeks ago, I asked, the first question was, what is my approach to food and nutrition? And I think the most appropriate way to answer this question is to talk about, I'll tell you a story about my childhood and how it all started. I'm one of 5 children. My mom, I don't know how she did it. Shout out to you, Mom. So we had a lot of fried chicken. We didn't grow up rich. I mean, we grew up eating how most people probably did. So fried chicken, mac and cheese. We always had a vegetable with every meal, and it was pretty basic. Like, I don't eat peas anymore because we had so many dinners with peas. I despise them. Don't even talk to me about it. And yes, we had fast food every now and then, but we weren't, like, when I grew up, we didn't have sushi. I didn't know what avocado was. I didn't know what non-seed oils were. I didn't know what protein powder was. I mean, you get the idea. Like, my first experience having Chipotle was in college. So when I went to college, I got my bachelor's in exercise science, and I started to learn about nutrition and everything from how the cells work to what a macronutrient was and what we should be eating on a daily basis. And I was able to get exposed to different cultures of food out there. And it was really, like, mind-opening that there was more out there than just the Chinese joint down the street and pizza. So it was amazing. And I thought I knew everything. Like, I thought I, came from ground zero until I gained 30 pounds. And I took a step back to really understood what the heck I was eating, how I was eating it, and when. Because that's really important, too, when you're trying to figure out your whole nutrition and your diet that works best for you. And so my mindset went from thinking that all sugary foods are bad, all fried foods are bad, sodas are terrible for you, alcohol is the worst thing ever, and I'll never ever eat fast food again. Have you seen that McDonald's documentary? Come on, makes you want to just throw up as soon as the thought of McDonald's. But in reality, though, it's like almost impossible to live the life that I wanted to live and cut out all those things. And to live that life for me and my family, that involves going out on the weekend and getting Sonic if you wanted to. That involved me going to a winery and enjoying myself with my family. So I couldn't just cut out all those things. So I did some extensive research and background. I knew I had that background from college, from nutrition, so I didn't have to start off with the basics. I dug deeper. I wanted to realize more on the intricacies of the food. Long story short, I came up to the idea that it's as simple as eating in moderation. That is it. If you eat in moderation, you're going to be just fine. So I do want to point out that, yes, like sugar, fast foods, fried foods, those sodas that have like 60 grams of sugar inside of it, all alcohol, fast food, all that good stuff, that should not be your first go-to when you're hungry or thirsty. That should be like a treat or a reward, or maybe 2 times a week that you kind of go towards those things. But when you're hungry, you should think about first what's going to better your body. Think about those whole foods. And I'll get into that into another video, but that's what your first thought should be about. And like, all those things aren't bad for you, but if you do it all the time, you're gonna see some reduction in your gains. So if you're trying to lose weight and you're trying to gain muscle and you're constantly feeding your body all those bad things, then you're not gonna see those results as fast as you would like. And all those things have really addictive properties. If you think about it, once you start eating sugar, you crave it more, don't you? Once you start having all those those fast foods, those French fries, you just want the whole thing. Especially those bag fries. Oh, I'll get into the fries in a little bit. That's another video. Five Guys fries are the best. That's when I realized that You know, if I shift my focus and understand what I'm doing, I can enjoy all those foods. I can have my wine. I can have my whiskey. So what I decided to do was, hey, I know for me, I want to continue building muscle. Not that fast be a bodybuilder, but I want to continue building muscle and lose weight. So I made a priority to focus on intaking protein and having that as my main source around all my meals. So once I get my protein in, then I'll focus on those whole carbs, healthy carbs, and then I'll focus on the fats. Now that's for me. Now it's I think a general point that everybody should focus on protein. Your body needs it, and regardless if you're losing weight, gaining muscle, building muscle, whatever the case may be, protein should be your number one. It looked easy. It looks easy outside looking in. Me telling you this, man, he dropped 30 pounds. It wasn't hard. Did a lot of trial and error, but the big thing was I stayed consistent. And one thing that we're trying to do now during our grocery trips is we are trying to reduce the amount of seed oils that our body intakes. I don't want to go into in depth here, but seed oils have such a negative effect on your body's ability to metabolize and burn fat. So think about this. If you're trying to burn fat, but you keep bringing in harmful materials and harmful toxins, your body has to focus on that now to get rid of that and flush that out, and then it can go back on burning the fat. But it can't focus on burning the fat if you're continuously bringing in all these harmful materials, harmful toxins, and it's just slowing down your process and it's causing a number of things. And I'm going to link the article in the description that talks about in depth about the seed oils, and I'll have another video out that we can have a conversation about it. And so just rule of thumb, if you're getting oil, we get olive oil, the spray olive oil, and also in the dark glass containers. That's my take on nutrition. And again, moderation is key. All right. So next question they asked was, what is my favorite exercise and why? And this is a good question. I'm not going to lie. I was going to keep it simple, and I will. And it was a toss-up between a barbell squat and a burpee. The reason why I like both of these is because they both hit on a lot of muscles. They work a lot of muscles all at once. So you get the bang for your buck. And it can be challenging. You can challenge and improve both of these exercises in multiple ways. With the barbell squat, you're working your back for stability. You're holding your core in tight for stability. You're obviously working your quads, your glutes, hamstrings. You have to, even if you want to improve your depth, you got to work on your flexibility, your mobility, so many things. And with the burpee, you can do the basic one. You can add in a push-up. You can jump high. You're working on your speed, more flexibility there. Literally your whole body to get your body off the ground and back up. So with that being said, my favorite exercise would have to be the barbell squat, because when you're going down, you have to focus on tightening up all those muscles. You're working your abs, back, upper and lower has to be engaged as well. They're all working in conjunction with each other. And I like to record myself to see how my progress is, because everybody has done a bad squat in their life. So the goal is to make that squat and perfect it. So I like recording it without weight, with weight, and then 2-3 weeks, maybe 2-3 months later on, you can see that progress and see how amazing you have come. So that is why I like the squat, and I'm still perfecting it. It's not perfect. My chest caves a little bit, and there's a lot that goes in on fixing that. And so I'm currently in the process of making sure my chest stays up some more when I'm putting a heavy load on my back. So, and you know what? What's your favorite exercise? Let me know. The last question that was asked was, how can you drink more water during the day? Great question. And I'm saving this one for last because water is such a vital importance for a number of reasons. And a lot of people don't drink enough water throughout the day because they're so busy, they're rushing, they're working a lot, their job doesn't allow them to, whatever the case may be. So I'm going to first tell you why it's important. And I know you know, but I'm going to still drive it home. So Water helps with your metabolism, helps with your muscle recovery, helps with brain health, gut health. Obviously, it keeps you hydrated because it keeps your cells hydrated. Helps with your bone health and so forth and so on. And everybody's always asking, how do you drink more water? I drink a gallon a day or right close to it, and they have these big containers. I have mine right here. Go Cowboys. I don't want to talk about it, but that holds about 32 ounces. So I drink about 4 of those a day, and that gets me right to that gallon mark. When you ask some people how much water they drink, they can't tell you. They say, oh, I had a glass in the morning or a bottle in the morning, or I had a couple bottles here and there. So your body you're dehydrated, and it's sad. So if you're having trouble drinking water, here are some things to look out for. I'll first talk to you about what happens when you don't drink water, and you're going to be like, okay, I'll start drinking more water tomorrow. Have you noticed that you have low amounts of energy throughout the day? Have you also noticed that you have like a mental fog, kind of like spacing out, or you're kind of foggy, can't really think straight? You might have even increased sugar craving due to a loss of appetite. You might be more constipated. Your pee is a little darker. You're kind of anxious and cranky and kind of like short-tempered. It can cause some high blood pressure, that can lead to a whole nother root of problems. You want to keep that blood pressure down. If you are getting sick frequently and you're trying to figure out why, start with more water. Water helps to flush those toxins out. It also helps to improve your skin health, make you look more younger, have less acne, look more vibrant, and just more youthful, And the list can go on. But now thinking of all those things that are happening in your body because you're not drinking water makes you want to drink more water, right? Food for thought. Here are some other ways that you can help drinking more water throughout the day. You can use an app. There are a lot of apps that you can sync up with your watch and your phone, and it gives you a little reminder, hey, drink some more water. That's one way to do it. Get a fun cup to drink out of. This cup I love right here is Cowboys. I get it, I know it, but I can drink so much water. I don't have to worry about, where's my cup? I can't find it. It's big, and I'm able to take big gulps out of it, and the water goes a lot faster. Life hack. Another way is to use a straw. I don't personally like using a straw, but my wife loves using a straw, and so does Jalen. So use a straw and drink it from the cup that way. Plus, you have those different types of colors, and it's more fun. Treat yourself with the goal to have your first caffeinated drink or other flavored drink throughout the day by reaching a small water goal first. So if your goal is to drink 40 ounces of water in the morning, then you can treat yourself with that first cup of coffee or that Diet Coke or whatever your fun drink could be. Treat yourself. Find an accountability buddy. So social media is full of people. I'm sure you have a lot of friends. So find somebody who else is struggling with water and send text reminders throughout the day. Like, hey, water time, water time, water time. And then plan ahead. Planning is super, super important. If you don't have one of these cups, or if you just going throughout the day, I'll drink water whenever, or my job has these little water cups. I'll go to the water cooler and pull the Michael Scott, and you're just traveling back and forth, 10 or 12 times. Create a goal for yourself and what it looks like to get there. If I used to be a teacher, and you can't go to the bathroom when you're teaching, then don't drink a lot of water beforehand. Plan your drinking during your lunch break, or when you get off work, or when you're in the gym in the morning, or whatever the case may be. But have a plan. Know when you can go to the bathroom, because trust me, the more water you drink, the more bathroom breaks you're going to take. So that is, those are the 3 questions that I answered on IG. I will be posting more Q&As on IG here in the future to bring those questions and answers to YouTube. And share your thoughts at the bottom, whether you share your favorite workout, or if you have any more tips on drinking more water, throw those down in the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe and to share with somebody if you enjoyed this video and this page. Stay strong, stay blessed. See you later.